Zelfing is not.
Zelfing is not good to go. Is anybody really, truly good to go anywhere? Ever?
No.
I mean, I'm not even
not.
good. So let's. Are any of our characters good, actually?
Not really.
No, didn't we switch? Eamon's lawful good now, isn't he? Didn't you switch his alignment?
Yeah, I figure he's earned it by now.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
alignment's
so.
more of a product of your actions more than like something that fuels your actions in itself. So it's,
I mean, if
I know the reason I say that's why I said I had to earn it.
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
It can be good stuff.
it depends on if you're counting NPCs or not, because there are good NPCs. But if you're counting just the party, then just Aemond, I guess.
He tries his best. He doesn't always do his best.
Both Raj and Gears are good, but Raj is neutral good and Gears is chaotic good. And weirdly enough, Davian is lawful good. He just, doesn't like the laws of
Lawful good grumpy.
Lawful good grumpy.
Grumpy good.
Grumpy
I
good.
mean, that's like, isn't that also Eamon's alignment, though?
Grumpy?
Yep.
Grumpy good.
Grumpy
All
good.
right, I'm gonna start recording in 3, 2, 1. Boop.
Boop. Okay. I'm
Okay,
recording
we're
now,
recording.
too. Are we ready to rumble? No, we're not rumbling today, hopefully.
We're not rumbling today.
No rumbles.
No rumbling. That. We've had enough of that last episode. Thank you.
It went very well. Very well. No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about that, Leanne?
All right. Where did I put my one window with the
Last
playlist?
time on Dragon Ball Z.
Well, you see, Goku fought things and screamed a lot and went Kamehameha.
Spoilers, Leanne. Don't spoil it for me.
If you haven't seen Dragon Ball Z
Super
by
Zoom
this
Fighters.
point, then, oh man, what have you been doing with your life?
Watching other things.
You don't.
Playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean, fair.
Not being a fucking weeb.
Oh, burn on me, because I've watched all of Dragon Ball
wow.
and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah, I watched a lot of it when I was very young.
Wait, there's a third one of those?
Yeah, well, there's more than that, because there's
Okay.
also Super. I haven't watched all of Super. My brother
Oh
has.
gosh. I am intimidated.
Well, there's the first one, you see, when Goku's a kid. No, I'm not doing this right now. We're going into our game. So last
That's what
time...
we do. We distract Leanne.
Yeah, distract me with Dragon Ball. I will just talk for hours. So, last time, our party found themselves facing down Strahd von Zarovich, who spent most of that time toying with them, it seemed, with the occasional slap that was well earned from them trying to stop his horse from moving. Amongst the battle,
Turns out there's other ways to stop his horse from moving.
yeah, you should have used that to start with.
A lot smarter.
Eamon's consulting his book like, oh, I can do that.
I could just
Oh, yeah.
stop him with, like, a thing that I can do with my class.
mind.
With my brain.
That would have
Time
caused
for
quite a
nothing.
few more problems, I think, actually. But, anyways, during this battle, the druids of the hill were dancing and chanting and seemingly performing some kind of ritual. And while everyone was fighting Strahd and the berserkers that had popped up and started moving towards them, Davian Mardukov flew off and began digging through a statue at the top of the hill that looked like Strahd. And nobody at the time seemed to know what he was doing, but he saw something in that statue. And also in the middle of the fight, Riley accidentally set off a fireball, which nearly crippled the entire party. That was great.
What do you mean nearly?
Nearly. Nearly. It only knocked out, like, one person.
Okay. Well, it was the healer.
Yeah, it was the healer, yes.
We're splitting hairs at this point. It was bad.
It was bad. It was not good. And, yeah. But everyone got back up on their feet, and Davian managed to dig through the statue and pull out the stone that he was looking for. At this point, the party turned and ran. Ran far away from Yesterhill. leaving behind...
Get on out of there.
Yep. Leaving Eamon's helmet behind, and Strahd watching them as they left. And that is where we started. It's been probably about half an hour. You guys ran and then started to slow down, and are a little bit a ways from Yesterhill now, in the forest. You've probably been mostly quiet after Eamon's outburst, and everybody else, like, on edge. You can see Raj and Gears kind of off to the side, chatting to themselves, kind of eyeing Riley as they talk. And that's where we'll begin.
Oh, maybe we should leave Riley back at the Mardikovs while the charm wears off.
Do we even want to go that far?
I don't know. Don't know. And I hate that I don't know.
Okay, so if you remember Medamaba's prophecy, she said that there was something on the hill that we needed to get. And it was definitely not, and he sort of points at the spear, this or that stone. So, at least the way I see it, their best opportunity to go back there and finish whatever we need to do is as soon as possible.
All right.
I mean, that's just the way I'm looking at it. I don't know how long Riley's going to be like this.
How far is the Mardikov's place from here, DM?
So if you've been traveling for about half an hour to get away from the hill to make sure Strahd wasn't following you, it's probably about 2.5 hours back. And it's probably about
what time is it?
Midday now. And it's just rainy and kind of cloudy and gross.
I don't want to try and fight them at night, quite frankly.
Right.
I say we head back to the Mardikovs, regroup, rest for the evening, rest for the night, set out early tomorrow morning, and see if we can't get the drop on them before they wake up.
Implying that they sleep normally.
Well, one has to hope.
Your thoughts, Sophie?
I think it would probably serve us best to stay somewhere not out in the open tonight. Not that anywhere here is particularly safe, but safer than others.
Okay. Well, if that's what we want to do, I trust your guys' judgment. Let's go.
So, Eamon, at this point, you've noticed that Davian, who has been sitting on your shoulder in bird form, has fallen asleep and is, like, making little bird snoring noises.
Hey. Where's the stone?
It's in his beak.
Still?
Yeah, he doesn't want to let go of it. Unless you've taken it from him, he is holding it in his beak and he's snoozing on your shoulder.
Okay, I'll put it in my pocket.
Cool.
Just so he doesn't have to hold it while he's sleeping.
Cool. So you take that and he snuggles down a bit more and snoozes.
Oh my!
This
like,
old man bird.
Old man.
He's got like gray feathers amongst his
Oh, I love it.
black feathers. And
anyways.
So unless you have anything else to bring up for the next 2.5 hours, depending on if you're chatting or not, we'll cut ahead to the Mardikovs. Let me know.
Well, kind of pissed that I lost my helmet.
Not to, I mean, this doesn't make it any better, but, we're alive, so
That's good, always.
I hope you'll excuse me if I still tick that in the win column of this one.
It is definitely a win.
There's still a lot over there in the lose column. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There's still, like, a lot of problems, but...
I mean, we got the spear, we got the stone. The way I see it, now we just have to regroup and go in for the kill.
Mm-hmm.
get kills, several kills.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing on there, but I mean, it's obviously got something to do with the great tree. That one druid we charmed wouldn't shut up about it.
Well, I don't suppose you know any great lumberjacks?
I don't think I know any lumberjacks to begin with.
Huh? You hear that laughter?
What?
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just the DM cackling. This is the voice of
I got
God.
nothing to say. I got nothing to say. Okay, thanks, Tyr.
You honestly think that was Tyr cackling? Does Tyr cackle?
You know what? Makes about as much sense as anything else around here.
That is fair.
Delphine, thoughts?
About cackling gods? No.
Brimstone's got the look in his face like, what? What? What did you expect from that?
All right, then. We're gonna go home now.
I think we just continue in an awkward, gross silence.
Okay, great. I think actually at one point, you see Gears hop off of Raj's shoulder and come over to you guys with a bag and goes, "Hey, like that didn't go super great, but we're not dead. So, you want a snack? I got snacks." And she pulls out like a weird pastry-looking thing with little green nuts on it.
What is it?
It's a baklava. They're very popular back home.
Baklava. I'm going to sniff it.
It smells like honey and nuts.
How has she got it? She got it in like a Pyrex glass. Like
Yeah.
a Pyrex glass thing.
She's got it in like a little glass container and it's all sticky.
Why don't we say that for when we're back at the Martikovs?
You know, that's fair. That's fair. She pops one in her mouth and starts chewing and closes the little container she has, puts it away, and scuttles off. She's following Raj now and keeping an eye on Riley, who is kind of daydreamingly walking ahead of you guys. And Raj is like, "Don't worry, we'll keep an eye on her."
Okay.
And so now we'll cut ahead to the Martikovs. It's 3 hours later. And we'll open up this map.
And we'll
I forgot
say
there's still
something
happy
about
faces
feeling-
on these vats.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
You're welcome.
That's the one cheerful thing.
Eamon will say something about feeling naked without his helmet, and then kind of look at Brimstone, and then just not say anything for the rest of the trip.
I don't know what to tell you. What do you want me to say here, Eamon? I'm sorry you lost your helmet, but
being naked.
okay. Listen, I'm only. He kind of looks at himself and goes, yes, I'm only half naked, and even then, I've got this sash here."
This is a conversation. Somebody needs to lighten the mood. Riley is in nowhere land.
So, yeah, as you approach the Martikovs, Davian wakes up on your shoulder and, looks at you and kind of pecks the side of your armor to get your attention.
I will pull out the stone and show it to him.
He'll grab that and nod, and then he'll fly off towards the house, presumably to go get clothes and give this.
Who has his clothes? Didn't we pick those up?
Nope.
We didn't really have time to take anything up.
Which is why he has not turned back into his human form since this whole
That is
trip.
fair.
That and he was very tired, so he slept. It's a lot of work for an old man to do that kind of thing. So he
Anyways,
flies off ahead, enters into the mansion through what looks like like roost for ravens to kind of enter and exit. And he's off.
I could go for some wine right now.
So, as you enter, you see the family that was left behind. You do not see the ones that had left earlier in the morning to deliver the wine return yet, which are the 2 brothers. They have not returned yet. But you see the eldest daughter and the children running around. You see the teenager specifically still trying to do Riley's like hand motions to do the spell that she had tried to teach him. And you see one fellow look at you. Oh, you've returned. It's so... That was fast.
And not successful.
Oh.
It's semi-successful.
Where's my father-in-law? Is he alright?
He's up to the top. It's complicated.
You hear lots of shuffling from the upstairs, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, I hear him now. Okay, that's
There
that's
was
bad."
there was a bit of an incident.
Well, I didn't really expect this to go smoothly.
Well, it went even less smooth than expected. We had a visit from one Strahd von Zarevich.
Oh, that's no, not good. You don't want to mess with him.
Yeah. We had to abort mission. What we're likely going to do is rest here for the night and then try again tomorrow to get rid of those druids once and for all.
Cool. That's all right. Hopefully it will go better tomorrow. Oh, I don't know if I introduced myself. My name is Dag.
Nice to meet you, Dag.
Yes, these are my little ones. He points to the children running around now.
They're adorable.
Well,
You must be very proud.
I am, thanks. I didn't know what to expect marrying into this family, but that they're good people. They're good people.
Fair. Well, I'm sorry you've had to get caught up in all this, but Strahd's reach really doesn't preclude anyone, unfortunately.
Isn't that the truth? I mean, we do what we can around here to make things a little bit better, but there's only so much we can do with someone like him in charge.
Do you have a... I'm sorry, I didn't inspect the rest of the house. Do you have a fireplace in here?
Oh, let me just check the map 1 second. They must have a fireplace somewhere. So I was like, yeah, what do you need a fireplace for?
Oh, nothing important. I just want to know if you had one. Just something small. I'm a little cold at the moment. And you see down, he's still got these great festering wounds across his chest.
Yeah. He goes, well, we've got the stove in the kitchen. We don't have a fireplace per se, but
Oh, that's okay.
the stove is nice and warm.
Oh, forget I asked. It's all right.
Very, very well. I'm going to go see to my my father-in-law, see if he needs any help. If he... He's a handful, but, he's a good man. He turns and wanders off, and you can see that the woman that introduced herself last time as Stefina is talking to Raj and Gears, and Gears is, handing her some of the pastries she was offering earlier.
They're really
I'm gonna
good.
go over
Just
and,
the green nut in here is really quite tasty. It's called a pistachio.
Brimstone's gonna go over and sort of ask for a little bit.
Sorry, where are you going?
I'm gonna go over to Gears and ask for a little bit of it.
Oh, yeah, sure. Here you go. It's a little sticky, but, it's very good. Covered in honey. Delicious.
Yeah, you take out like a little like sort of like a like sort of just like a rag or something to have it in, like a little towel.
Cool.
And just kind of have it in that and eat it. Aim and self aim one, Ernie.
I'm good. I'm not feeling so great right now. I could really just use a drink.
Honestly, I could use a nap for like a very long time. That would be nice.
Oh, Raj, we'll get
Zelfine?
you somewhere to sleep. It's fine.
I
There's
think
plenty
I
of
just
empty
prefer some
rooms.
tea. And she's gonna try to wander off and find the kitchen.
Cool.
So the kitchen is up here.
And
Mm-hmm.
Eamon is going to keep an eye on Riley.
Cool. She is like weirdly spaced out and is thinking about Strahd right now.
Robertson's gonna wrap up his baklava and go follow. After a little bit, go follow Zelfine.
Cool.
So I find her in the kitchen upstairs.
Yep.
Yes, at this point she would just be pouring tea from her kettle into one of her little tin cups.
I knock on the door before I enter.
Come in.
You can open the door with the wrapped up thing of baklava.
I'll be out
Sorry,
of your way in just a minute.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm a terrible cook. I didn't want to. Sorry. I just don't feel like I want anybody to be alone at the moment. I'm sorry. I'm being too intrusive. I'll go.
Well, I can't tell you where to go or what to do, but I'm afraid I won't be much company at the moment.
You're going to go somewhere?
I thought about going for a walk.
Mind if I come with?
Do what you will.
Okay. He's gonna sort of sit down and wait for her to finish, and then she goes for a walk. He's coming with.
Great.
Yep. Yeah, so she's gonna just sit there quietly, barely acknowledging him, finish her tea, and then she's gonna get up and just head back downstairs to walk outside.
Yeah, Brimson's gonna go with her.
Cool. So as you start to walk out the hall, you see Davian run by, now fully clothed, holding the stone. He goes, Dag, we got the stone. We're going to go put it back in the ground. We at least have one, and we can at least start getting the. Oh yes, hello. You're good. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm going. Bye. And he like runs off, and Dag is following behind him. Goes, oh yeah, I'm coming.
Eamon will grab a shovel and go with them.
Cool. And Gears and Raj will watch Riley then. And off you guys
Thanks,
go.
Gears and Raj. Yeah. Are we going just into the woods?
Yeah, she's gonna walk out just into the woods, not very far. And at one point, in fact, we'll just kind of stop and lean against a tree and stand there.
I'm sorry again. There are no words for it, really.
It's like Eamon said, you're not the only one who screwed up back there.
You know, when I was a lot younger, when I get upset, I go out into the woods on my own. I sit among the trees. Maybe if there was some game, maybe catch a rabbit or two. And be alone with my thoughts for a time. Try and sort things out. It rarely helped. At least, maybe. Well, I'm not as smart as you, after all. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if it were me, I know I wouldn't get anything out of being alone.
The woods were never a place I went to be alone. They were my home once.
That makes sense from a few things you told me.
I can't say they offer much comfort now.
I don't know why I said what I did on the hill. I don't know what I was thinking, but I think you could tell that I meant it.
I don't know that any of us were really thinking. Few people really do when faced with that much fear. You just let instinct take over.
What is instinct? That's a difficult question for me, I think. Fear is right, though. Easily the second most terrified I've ever been in my life.
I'd give it a solid 3.
He kind of realizes that he's still holding this like wrapped up towel of baklava, and like finally opens it and like I'm going to try a bite. Do you want any?
She's just gonna kind of look at it and raise her eyebrow, and it looks like she's waiting for you to try it first.
All right, so he's gonna kind of like pats himself like, duh. Do you have a knife I could borrow? I don't. I'm not going to cut it with one of these fucking things.
The pastry is very flaky and comes apart real easily, so you could even just rip it apart. In
Okay.
half.
Yeah, so he's gonna sort of like take it and rip bits of it in half, and then he's just gonna down one whole half of it and one, chew it.
Yeah, it's
swallow.
very flaky pastry that tastes like honey and a little bit of nut flavor.
Not bad.
Your hand is a bit sticky afterwards.
Brimstone is definitely kind of the person to just like lick in each individual finger to clean it off.
And then wipe it on his sash.
And then wipe it on like his pants or his sash.
Yeah.
Sylvian's still kind of looking at it like it's questionable, but she will go ahead and take her piece.
All right. Yeah, eat that baklava.
Just because it was in the heat of the moment doesn't mean it didn't matter.
I think that's perhaps what I'm afraid of.
Afraid of what? Of me following when you run? Or us all getting too close?
Something like that.
I suppose when there's people you care about, you can't help but be afraid sometimes. And however you feel, I can't pretend I don't care about you all. It would be useless to do so. The only question is what to do about it.
Yeah, there, be. There we go. Perfect. I got a map all set up for you two to just sit and talk. There.
Oh, wonderful. That's not ominous at all.
Oh, no.
I think what's worse is that Riley's just hanging out on the edge there.
As I put her on the map, I got to delete her. I put a bunch of people on this map and I forgot to remove them.
I think I told Riley once, but not you. There's something I can feel here. And it's not Strahd. And it's not something internal. There's something I can feel in Barovia that I think is what I need. And especially now that I know that, you'll matter to me, I'm going to have to find it.
So then that wasn't just an arbitrary grave that you happened to find a shiny new spear in.
No. That was a small portion of it, I think. It was not the whole thing, but he kind of takes it out and sort of looks at it and just sort of regards it. As ominous as it sounds, it called out to me.
And do you think it wise to listen to old dead weapons?
I think it's better than listening to Strahd.
Fair.
Cool. Great, good. All right. So.
Oh, sorry. I had one more thing to say.
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, I know this is a lot. Brimstone kind of puts it away and says, I don't think Eamon was angry as much as he was hurt. That doesn't excuse what he said, but I don't think it was coming from a bad place.
You don't have to apologize for him. I know exactly what kind of place it was coming from.
I'm not apologizing for him, I'm just telling you which I think. Even if it gets me hurt, I'm going to trust him. That's not the same as letting him do whatever he wants. Just like it shouldn't be the same that if any of you trust me, you shouldn't let me do whatever I want. But he's got a lot that I don't have. And a lot of that is very useful. Knowledge, faith, healing. That's one thing he can do that I definitely can't.
Well, I think there is some truth there. If we've got any chance in this place at all, we're going to have to understand each other somehow.
We do need a plan. We need to know what to do next time he shows up. Both he's. I was very close this time. I don't know if I told you. Did I tell you before?
I picked up a bit, but not so many words.
The name Nikolai Aetheron.
Mm.
Remember how I was against those vampire spawn?
Vividly.
That's who Nikolai is. And that's what I'm trying to get rid of. So when he shows up next, if he does, and he nearly did today, don't listen to a word he says. Don't suffer any of his cruelties or insanities. And I will try and keep him in check.
I don't think I'm the one you'll really need to worry about.
Well,
Suppose you let
go ahead.
Suppose you let Amond in on your little friend, though. I don't think any disputes between them will go quite as civil as any of yours.
Perhaps not. But then that's why I have to keep doing my best. Just make sure that I get that if he does come out, it's in a way that, you know, I can hopefully control.
Mm.
Besides, and he sort of like kind of cleans himself up, wraps the towel and puts it away and goes, I worry about all of you now. And then
Zelfing's just kind of look aside and not say anything.
Brinson's gonna sort of move emotionally, even if she doesn't tell. He's gonna say, Mom, we should get going. Unless you need more time alone.
I don't suppose. And she will move to follow him, but as they walk back, she'll just say, well, since we're bearing our souls, I suppose you should know that you were right before.
About what?
I didn't want your plan with the druids to work. But I don't think satisfaction's the word for how their deaths made me feel. Or how the death of these others will make me feel.
What would the word be then?
I don't know that I've found one yet. But I know that I once found my family with druids, and I lost them in a manner all too similar to what we faced. It can make it hard to focus on anything but the hurt and rage. And I've spent years running from both, so to feel them again is overwhelming at best. I don't tell you any of this for your sympathy, but just perhaps that you aren't the only one who needs to be kept in check.
I think even if there were Zelfing, you are still a more intelligent and cunning fighter than I will ever be. And for what it's worth, it wasn't that hard to notice with the druids.
I'm sure.
Be careful with revenge. Revenge is a difficult and unsatisfying master to serve. I've avoided it as long as I can. But I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
If only it were as simple as revenge. And at this point, have we made it back to the house?
Yeah, you've made it back, and at this point you will see Amond and Davian and Dag at the edge of the winery, digging out a patch of ground to put the stone in. And Davian's going, okay, yes, this is the best spot for this one stone. If we go and get the other two, at least the one that I know what it is, then we can at least get the other wine going. This will at least get the basic wine going. It'll be a while. We might be a little low for a bit. Yes, no, here's good. And Dag is just like keeping an eye out on the horizon. And Eamon, you've got the shovel, so I guess you're digging.
Dan,
Dan
we finished being sad at each other. You can come back now, Dan.
Alright, I'm gonna work in. I'm digging a hole, diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole.
Wow,
Great.
spectacular reference.
Beautiful.
He's singing a song in Orcish.
Cool.
It doesn't actually sound like that.
And Davian is like
It's more melancholy.
basically chittering at you while he's like planning stuff in his head while you're digging. And he goes, okay, yes, I think that is good. And he looks at you and goes, are you all right, my boy? You got a little banged up and a little heated back there.
I just need a good night's sleep is all.
Well,
Not that I haven't dealt with before.
it is easy to let one's temper get away with them. I have been prone to that as well. I mean, look how I handled my boys. I still haven't talked to Erwin in so long.
It might look like temper, but I assure you, I know what I'm doing.
All right, just know that not everybody will take so kindly to shouts and loud noises. I have scared off one too many people that way that could have been friends.
Unfortunately, kindness wasn't exactly what I was going for, but I'll keep that in mind.
Just be
I
mindful.
assume Brimstone and Zelfine wordlessly head inside the house after seeing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So you want to help Eamon dig a hole?
No, not after you said that shit.
So yeah, you walk in and see the children like running around with Gears. Gears is like playing with them and kind of
As we
making.
head inside, Brimstone whispers to Zelfine, he's still a little bit of an asshole, though, I'll give you that.
I mean, I suppose we all are.
Beautiful.
I'm not one to judge on being an asshole.
You? Really?
She's just gonna raise her eyebrow at him. Like, yes, me.
Okay.
So yeah, you see Gears running after the children and like she's doing stuff with her hands and like images of in like weird creatures and bright lights are kind of floating around. She is causing some kind of illusion to occur in front of these kids to keep them occupied.
So essentially what she's doing is the laser pointer for the cat.
Yeah,
Except
but
for...
for your children.
Don't actually do that, everybody. That really fucks with cats.
Yeah, they don't they don't like it. But for children, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, because they understand object permanency.
They do. So at this point too, you know, that you see them kind of running around. Raj is like seated in a chair, just looking completely out of breath. He's just tired. Oh.
Eamon will bring him some water or a glass of wine or something.
Oh.
Glass of wine, because it's a winery.
Bless you, my child. I am so pleased that you do this for me. Thank you.
Eamon will just nod.
Oh, yeah, your sorceress friend. We put her in one of the rooms. What her name? Stefina. She's looking after her for now.
Is she in the same room as her?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
We've decided not to let her out of always have somebody with her, just in case. She seems very hell-bent on going to the castle, and we don't really seem like that's a good idea. Not with that thing there.
Mm-hmm.
That man.
What's left of the man?
Well, I am no judge of that, but I know that I do not wish to face him again.
We need to have a discussion about that, by the way. And then
We need to
Amy
have a
will
plan
turn to
for-
Brimstone.
We need to have a plan for next time he shows up.
Well, for now, I would suggest running.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, a vampire can kill an entire army single-handedly. I doubt we're going to fare particularly well against him in this state.
Really, what clued you in, Eamon?
Brimstone, we need to talk.
Do we?
Yeah, I think we do. And then Eamon will walk over to Brimstone and grab his sash and pull him aside. In a rather aggressive manner.
Oh my.
Okay.
And then kiss him. No. Brimstone, I think you have an impression of the type of person I am, which could not be further from the truth. And I don't think I've done much to correct you, but I need to tell you a little bit about why I act the way I do around vampires.
No, you don't. You don't need to tell me a thing about why you do it.
Yes, I
Eamon,
do.
Eamon, listen to me. You don't need to tell me a thing about why you do what you do. Telling me your reasons, what horrible things have happened to you in your past about why you hate vampires so much will do nothing. It won't do anything. It won't change my opinion about it. It won't change your opinion of me. It doesn't matter to me why you do what you do. It matters to me what you do. And shouting at us and treating me like a soldier in your army. I am not a soldier, Eamon. I'm doing the best I can with what I have. And the life that I have led has taught me to treat people by their actions, not who or what they are. So yes, I agree with you that most of the vampires we've come across have been terrible beings that we need to kill or defend ourselves from. But because of what they did, not because they're vampires. I want to kill Strahd von Zarovich because he's trapped me in this hellhole, because he charmed my friend, because he nearly killed me and downed another of my friends. I don't care why he did what he did. I care that he did it. So you can tell me all you want about your backstory, but it will not change my opinion on the matter.
Eamon will just turn his head and will walk away. You're so difficult sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll turn back and say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have treated you the way I did. But he'll just then walk away without saying anything else.
I appreciate
he's
the
going to-
apology.
And without another word, he's going to go pour himself a cup of wine
Cool.
and kind of sit at a table and drink it.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's the kitchen up here. I'll just plop you in the kitchen. Yeah. Oh. Cool. So at this point, a raven kind of comes down from outside. There's like a little thing, a little window for ravens to come in and out, and it comes down and lands on your shoulder, Brimstone.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks at you and kind of like moves its leg a bit, and you see that it's got a little note on it.
I untie the note.
Cool. And you've got a note. And you open it up, and it looks like complete gibberish to you. There's a couple
He looks at it and, like, turns it upside down, like...
Complete gibberish. Even the words that you know how to read, they seem to be in a weird order. And there's, like, what looks to be, like, a little symbol in the top corner. 2 different symbols. And you don't know what they mean.
Zelfine.
Yes.
Can you read this? You, like, hand the letter to her.
Yeah. So Zelfine, as you pick up this letter, you immediately know what this is. There's the 2 symbols in the corner cross-reference 2 different kinds of thieves' cant that you know, and make a new code out of it. This whole letter is written in thieves' cant.
Ooh.
And so after...
Like,
Sorry?
I can read most words, but this isn't how sentences are normally structured, right? I mean,
This is not most words, don't worry.
okay, that's good to know.
So it takes you maybe a minute or 2 to decipher, because usually when things are written in thieves' cant, they're written with one code. This is a couple of codes mixed together to make it more difficult to translate.
Mm-hmm.
But once you're done, you've got this note for you. It says, "My friends, eyes are everywhere and whispers abound, so we are sending this note in code in hopes that it will keep it private. Theo taught me how to write it in it and assures me that Zelfine will be able to read it. But I don't know how he knows that. First off, please be careful on the road. I fear not all the vampire spawns we found in the coffin maker's shop were slain. At least one of them escaped and tried to attack Father Lucian. However, they could not get into the church thanks to the bones we returned. Between Theo, Ismark, and Irina, we managed to slay it, but Ismark was injured in the attack. He will be fine, but he needs some time to recover. In other news, the Wachter boys have been to the inn looking for Brimstone and Theo. They do not know I was involved in the disruption of their bizarre ritual, but Theo and I have opted to stay low for a while. I have been investigating in bird form around their house, but I have not seen or heard any new suspicious activity from them the last day. However, I have picked up that Lady Wachter is furious at the murder of her cult members. I must mention as well that we received the package that you sent with our agent. Though I am pleased that you got this package to me, I would be wary of Kirvi and Pharaoh in the future. They were kind to me growing up, but they were part of the camp that I was exiled from. And I must tell you, though it shames me to admit it, that camp is Strahd's eyes and ears in the land. They will not betray him. The cost is too high. My parents are proof of that. Be safe, my friends. Lucas Taltos. And I'll share that letter with you just in case you want to read it again at any point.
Yeah, as soon as she got far enough to like decode who it was from, she would have read that aloud.
Yep.
Okay.
And that should show up in your handouts now.
Well, ought we tell them about our plans, Zelfine?
I think at this point it would be best to include them.
Mm-hmm. I just don't know how to get information back to them. We should show him it at least. Might be a good way to clear the air. I don't know.
The bird flaps its wings and goes off and perches itself somewhere.
Yeah, Zelpian will just tell the Raven, we'll likely have a return message for you soon, and then she's gonna head to the kitchen to find Damon.
Brimstone's gonna follow.
Cool.
Knock.
Eamon doesn't really respond to the knocking. He's just kind of sitting at the table,
The wine
Delphine's
bottle
just
that he
gonna go
took
in.
out there. Yeah. When you see Eamon, he's kind of like, he's got his elbows on the table, his sort of palms are on his forehead. For some reason, he's got like a few weird odds and ends on the table. Like he's put his hammer on there for some reason. The bottle of wine he was up there with is now half empty. He's just kind of mumbling to himself. And he's kind of he doesn't really respond when you walk in.
You got the letter, Raymond.
He sort of looks over at Brimstone and then looks down at his wine and goes, "Wonderful," and then kind of pretends like nothing happened.
Delphine's just gonna kind of raise her eyebrow and look back and forth between them, and then she's just gonna read the letter.
Cool. Repeat all of that.
Yeah, all that.
Eamon will nod. And then he'll run his hand across his hammer. He seems to be reminiscing about something, but he's mumbling in Celestial. You can't really understand him.
Oh. I've told you my feelings about things. Well, I apologize for perhaps my obstinance. I still maintain that telling me about your sadness
It's
will make
nothing
another
to do
person
with
sad.
you, Brimstone.
Okay. If that is the case, perhaps it's better if I excuse myself.
Do what you want.
He's gonna stay there.
Eamon will take another sip of his wine. He's very clearly been hitting it pretty hard.
Oh.
Brimstone's gonna sit
look.
down across from him.
He'll slide over the bottle.
Brimstone will slide it back.
He'll mumble, "Suit yourself," and then
I don't have
Kind
a
of-
lot of blood left to thin this evening, Eamon.
he'll knock back the rest of his glass and then close the bottle.
Zelphine's also gonna sit down at the table, but she's just gonna immediately give him a look like, you better not slide that toward me.
He'll put it away.
All right.
And he'll just look down at his hands and say, "She was so young." And then he'll get up and he'll leave without saying anything else. And he's going to take all his stuff with him.
Cool. Oh, so as you wander down to where you guys spent the night before, you see Raj and Gears have like fallen asleep in the corner already. That they are both older than all of you, probably combined at this point, and they are just exhausted.
Before they leave, Brimstone will say to Zelfing, I know he's got somewhere he's coming from, but I really just don't think it will help any to know.
It probably won't help you to know, but would it help him to tell it?
In this state?
She'll just shrug.
Maybe that's a morning question.
Probably for the best. And she's just gonna get up and leave.
Cool.
Brimstone's just gonna sit there for a bit before going off to bed.
Yep. So, yeah, as you go to settle in, you see, like, Stefina and Dag getting the children into bed, and you see the two other other men that are Davian's sons returned from Valaki. They're chatting with Davian about something or other, and they, like, wave to you as you start to settle in. They're talking about guard rotation for outside to keep an eye and making sure the druids don't show up.
I'm going to ask them if they have any armor at all in the house. I'm not expecting a positive answer.
They shake their head. No, we don't.
Mm-hmm.
We are not an armory, and that kind of thing is not plentiful in Barovia.
We learned as much in the town of Barovia.
That damn shopkeep there, always charging 10 times the amount that they is worth outside, I believe. He gets all this stuff from the Vistani.
How the Vistani acted towards you in your winery?
Oh, we deliver them wine every so often. They pay us. That is all, really. If you keep to your business, they keep to theirs. Unless, of course, you hurt any of them, they will come for you in force.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Is that common amongst all Vistani?
More or less, yes. Though, I've heard that if any of the Vistani families betray any others, they are ruthlessly removed from their camps. They do not allow any kind of unrest between families.
Well, that's another troubling thing to think about.
Well, if you're not, part of the Vistani, just stay out of their way as far as I'm concerned.
Before he goes to bed, Brimstone's gonna go outside again and just kind of look up at the stars a bit more.
The lack of stars.
The lack of stars, yep. Look up for the stars. Not seeing any.
Yep.
And he's gonna use his last sanguine scent for the day.
Hey, guess what you smell in the woods today?
Oh boy.
You smell that vampire spawn again. Hanging out.
I'm gonna head off in the direction of where our last meeting was. Because everybody who's listening, it turns out that I cannot detect the direction of things, and for that I apologize for the number of times that had made things easier.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I can only detect the number and type. But
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry. Where is it aimed? Whose guard shift is first?
Well, they are mostly talked among themselves. They haven't really factored you guys into it.
Okay, then. Eamon will offer to go first. And he's going to use his divine sense.
Yeah, you feel the fiend out there in the woods. But, this is Barovia. That's expected.
He'll just wait for a bit, stay on his guard. He'll say, I sense something out in the woods. Be careful if you're going for a walk.
are these two things happening at the same time?
I suppose so, if I assumed that you were doing it a little
I
bit
think that
before.
if Brimstone would have sent it, he would have waited for Eamon's guard shift to end.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Never mind then. Never mind.
Great.
And then after that, Brimstone's gonna go out into the woods alone.
Cool. So, yeah,
Because he's an idiot.
you
He's a
wander.
traitor, is what he is.
No, he hasn't done anything to betray
What
anybody.
are you talking about?
Rude.
This is treachery.
No, it's
I
not.
tackled Strahd's horse. How more on your side do you want me to be? Yep, I'm gonna go off in the
Treachery.
woods.
So yeah, as you head towards the spot you were before, you see like kind of like lounging on a tree branch, up in the maybe about 10, 15 feet above the ground. He's like leaning back against the tree on the tree branch. Is the guy that introduced himself as Rictavio, this vampire spawn that is dressed like a circus man.
Mhm.
He looks down. So it's you again.
Out there scoping out the winery again, huh?
Eh. They took back something that we stole first. Figured, get a lay of the land again. Maybe have a different approach.
It took a lot to get that back to them.
Why did you even bother going after that? The boss gave you a very good offer. Head to the castle and have dinner. Bring his girl that he's been so obsessed over.
Well, even if we were willing to accept the invitation, I don't think we're ready.
You know.
I heard that you tried to attack Father Lucian.
Oh, yeah. Like we said, we wanted to bring him over to the right way of thinking. We want a person in Vallaki that we can trust, that will bring peace and order to the land.
Well, I might be able to help you out with that, although you might not like my methods.
Do tell.
Oh, that would be ruining the surprise.
That it would. That it would.
If you'll pardon me, I've learned a little bit of when to be shrewd in these sort of scenarios from one or two of my companions.
I mean,
Your employer, he kind of gestures at his chest again, hits hard.
well, yes, that's why you don't go against him. You do what he says, he grants you the world. You go against him, that's what you get.
Now, the only difficulty with that is, and he takes out the Spear of Kavan again and sort of just holds it there and looks at it. I think there's more than your employer here that I might be looking for. Something strikes me as just as, if not more powerful, more primal.
There's a lot of things in these woods. Do be careful that it doesn't swallow you whole, though.
If I don't destroy myself in the process, I'll be sure to watch out for that.
You are quite amusing.
I hope you understand that should you or any of those you're associated with rise up against me or those with me again, I may not be able to destroy you then and there, but, well, I have a list, and, you will have made it.
Well then, that's certainly a scary thought. I hate to be in anyone's lists. Unless it was a list
it's
to
not
a
this.
very good party.
It's not there to scare you, it's a promise. I make very few of those nowadays.
Alrighty then. Well, the offer is always open to come to the castle and join us. It will make your
Yes,
lives
we
a
and our-
lot easier, I will tell you that.
We and our hammers and knives and magic will be there someday, I assure you.
There's always the option. Just remember that he'll be coming for that girl. That girl that he loves and pines about all night. He can't stop him. And with that, he hops down out of the tree and waves to leave.
That Brimstone's going to go back to the house. And before he goes to sleep, are we all sleeping in like the same communal area?
Yeah, the bedrooms are all full, so unless you want to sleep down in the cold basement, you're kind of in this main area here.
Aemond will do whatever he can to sleep privately so he can do his praying and bullshit like that.
Cool. Well, up here, there's like a printing press room that... There's not a ton of room, but it's private.
So long as there's like a chair.
Yeah. There's a chair there.
When he learns that, when he realizes that something's not in the main room, he's going to go up to the kitchen, not go inside, but sort of rest outside the door, and he might just fall asleep. He's just going to
hallway?
basically wait until he might just fall asleep in the hallway if she doesn't come out.
Cool.
She would eventually, because like her bedroll and all of her stuff is set up in a corner down in that room. Just had gone to make more tea, so I imagine she'll come out of the kitchen and see him kind of like half asleep in the hallway.
Yeah, he's basically leaning up against the wall. He kind of has to push his legs up against the other wall for support, so he kind of like splayed across the whole hallway.
She's just gonna roll her eyes and say, "Do I have to step over you, or are you going to move, or?"
No, go ahead. And he sort of like curls his legs back up into himself so she can leave.
Into a ball.
Well, no, not into a ball. Just like so, his giant. He's 7'3", everybody.
He's very tall.
So his legs are all the way. So he's not splayed out all the way across the hallway.
He's a tall boy.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I need to rest. I should go rest.
I would suggest somewhere more comfortable than the hallway, and then she'll just leave, walk back to her spot.
He's just gonna sit there in the hallway. He's too tired to move now.
During the night, you hear what sounds like someone trying to work the printing press.
Followed by a bang. Shut up! It's the middle of the night. We are trying to sleep.
This thing is amazing.
Don't
Never
touch
seen
the
anything
printing
like it.
press.
Okay, jeez. I'm sorry.
Well, there are children here. They are trying to sleep.
Okay. And it'll just apologize profusely.
Cool. And everybody take a long rest.
Oh, thank goodness. Zoinks, guys.
Do we get to roll for nightmares?
Yeah, roll me some wisdom saving throws, everybody.
Why did you remind her?
Oh, boy, what did I get?
13.
All
What did I
right.
get? 6! Yeah!
Hey,
Bring all the
Brimstone. You don't, like we said before, you don't usually dream. Today, you do dream.
I'm
Oh,
getting tired
boy.
of this
You
shit.
see a barbarian man off in the corner staring at a wall of mist. And he turns to you and says, "These mountains are ours. They are yours to protect. Do not let them fall into complete chaos. And then you feel like hands grab your ankles and start to pull you deep under the ground.
Brimstone just kind of lets it happen. He doesn't struggle.
Cool. Once you're completely buried, you wake up.
He sort of rubs the sleep out of his eyes and goes downstairs and just kind of waits for everybody else to wake up.
Cool.
Eamon will be up bright and early because he wants to kick ass at dawn.
Yeah, you don't have any dreams, Eamon. You have a pretty decent sleep. Because the wine knocked you right out and you're just nothing. Zelphine, you didn't have
also,
a nightmare
Eamon,
per
sorry.
se, but you did have a dream about a particular elf girl that smiles at you. And a bird lands on your shoulder and kind of pecks at you and she laughs. And she goes to try and take it off your shoulder. And you wake up.
She's just gonna kind of rub her eyes and look at her hands and realize she's messed up her soot and just be like, wonderful, and she's just gonna head back to the kitchen.
So
Eamon, when he comes... Sorry.
as you enter the kitchen, you see a new face standing there. There's a woman with black hair that is braided, and it like goes down her back in this long braid. She's got darker tan skin, and she's fussing with something in the kitchen. She looks at you and goes, "Oh, you're awake. Hello."
I excuse the intrusion, but if you wouldn't mind, I'd like the use of your stove for just a moment. Won't be more than a minute.
It's not my stove, but, you go for it. I'm just a visitor here. We've met before, but, didn't actually see me like this. Hi, my name is Katarina.
She's just gonna kind of look at her for a moment, and then would Zelphine remember the raven that scared her? Would she be able to connect those dots?
Yeah, I think so. She would probably say, I'm sorry I scared you earlier, and then it would click.
Yeah, okay. She would just be like, oh, well then, excuse my actions. You caught me at not a great time.
It happens. This place puts everyone on edge. I've snapped at a few people by accident.
And she's just gonna set to work making some tea.
Even when he comes downstairs.
Yeah, she sits at a table and waits for you to be done.
Eamon, when he comes downstairs, or when he goes to the kitchen to have breakfast, he has this stack of flyers.
Oh dear.
And they all,
I do
the
hope
only
you
thing
don't...
that's on them.
Katrina looks at that and goes, I do hope you don't intend me to bring that back to Vallaki. That package you sent me with before was already a bit heavy for me.
You don't have to. The printing, I've never seen one of those before, so I thought it was pretty cool. And I made these. And then he holds up a flyer, and it's just the symbol of Tyr, and it says, "May the maimed god's justice watch over you and guide you," at the bottom.
That's certainly something.
I'm sorry.
Sophie, what's that third word?
Maimed. It's maimed.
Thank you. God. Okay.
After he hears maimed god, does he just kind of like, oh, it's that bullshit?
Yeah. No, then he's like, he kind of gets bored of reading it after that. He realizes, oh, there's a lot more words there. Oh, jeez. Katarina.
Yes, hello.
Zolfin, did we have a return message planned?
If you've got one, I will take it back to Lucas and Theo. The Martikovs are doing more research into that mansion that you wanted. We've got an agent out there investigating, but I can bring that information back after I bring your reply.
Give them one of these, too, and then Eamon will give the flyer.
Great. I'm sure they would love to put this up on the stove, perhaps? I don't know. We'll find the
Actually,
spot.
that would be a really good way to sort of conceal it, to make it look like just something that you wouldn't want to that is just a flyer. Put the message on the back of
That's
that.
a good
Eamon will
idea.
remember what he burned into the floor of the Wagner's cult meeting, and then be like, actually, maybe it's not the best idea.
Oh, right.
Later.
The codes that the Theo individual, he was been teaching us all kinds of codes, and apparently he uses them for information gathering. I don't know, but they're super useful.
Thieves can't.
Is that what it's called? Huh. What an odd name. He was
It's
just
in, I
calling
can read
them
it.
codes. He didn't really give them a name, so...
Anyways, I think it's time we set out. We've got a great tree to cut down.
We want to send this message out first, though.
Right.
You go check on Riley.
I will go check on Riley.
So...
Really quickly, Eamon, can I have one of those flyers?
Sure.
Excellent. And she's gonna take it and pull out the mirror from her burglar's pack, and she's gonna use it to kind of clean up the mess of the soot that she made and replace it. And then she'll just kind of wad it up and throw it in the stove when she's done.
It makes a big poof of flame.
Do you wait for him to be gone before you do that, or do you just do it right there?
She's just gonna do it.
Well, I'm glad someone's using them for something. And then he'll just walk away.
So yeah, you go and walk into the main bedroom and find that Riley's been in there with Stefina and Dag, and Stefina is like trying to pull the knots out of Riley's hair, but her hair is so wild all the time that it's proving a little difficult. And she just Riley looks just dead tired, staring off
You
into
feel
space.
better, Riley?
I really want to go to the castle, guys. Come on.
Okay.
It'll be great.
I think you should get some rest, Riley.
And Stefina looks at you. She hasn't slept all night.
Oh God.
She just kept trying to leave, and we would, bring her back to the bed, and she would just try to leave again. I don't know if she's going to be much help to you in this coming battle.
Eamon is going to sit down next to Riley and give her a pat on the head and say, Riley,
Yeah.
you want to be, you need to sleep, okay?
But if I sleep, then I can't go see Strahd.
You can see him when you wake up, maybe.
Really?
You know what? If you still want to go when you wake up, and when me and Brimstone and Delphine get back from our special errand, then you know what? We'll go take you to him.
Oh boy, that's I've got to get a new outfit together.
How about you sleep first, and then when you wake up, you can spend your time making a new outfit.
Oh, that sounds great. Great. And
Promise me you'll sleep.
yeah, I'll sleep. Today, Riley will be played by me because Katie is out today.
Eamon will give Riley a big hug and a pat on the head, and then he'll
Big
leave.
armored clanky hug.
Yeah,
Yes, a big armored hug.
and she almost immediately falls asleep in your arms.
Oh, he's cute.
Stefina
While
will
Eamon's out of the room-
kind of take her and put her on the bed.
While Eamon's out of the room, Brimstone is quickly helping Zelfing as much as he can code the part of the message that talks about their secret plan.
Yup.
Yeah, she'll basically just wait to get his input and then put it in the double deeds cant.
Cool. Using a similar code.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else we need to tell him? Do we tell him that Damien Martikov misses him? No, we wouldn't know Lucas. Never mind. Sorry.
No, he doesn't know much about Lucas from what you know.
Mm-mm.
Anything else that would be important to Lucas or Theo? Oh, tell them to make sure that Irina stays in make sure that Irina stays with Father Lucian in the church.
Mm. Yeah, she'll write that in too.
Tell them to apologize to Irina for that, because, I mean, I would hate it.
She shrugs, but then she'll write it.
Mm-hmm. Eamon, hey, anything we need to tell Lucas or Theo that we haven't?
Eat your vegetables, stay in school.
Do they have vegetables here? Do they have school here?
Well, they have at least some vegetables. You know, you had beet stew at their place. First of all, they're both old enough to not be in what you'd consider basic school anymore.
Would Brimstone even know what school is?
Probably not.
Joking.
Wait, hold on. That second one. What?
Cool.
Eamon will just kind of stare at Brimstone with his mouth agape, and it's like, you know what? Suddenly, I don't feel so bad for disagreeing with you all the time, and then I'll just keep walking.
Oh, that's cold.
That's rude.
Zelfine's gonna roll her eyes and pretend that she's writing down all that nonsense Eamon said, but really she's writing down just an extra message for them to steer clear of the walkers.
Great.
Situation normal, everything's terrible, continue on as usual.
Big ol' snafu on there.
Yep. And then I guess we send it along with Katarina?
Yep. She'll take the letter and turn back into a were-raven. There are a pile of clothes on the floor, and Stefina will go and pick those up and put them away. And off she goes.
Well, I'm ready to maybe go fight more tree people.
And I'm definitely ready for it. Let's go. And then Eamon will just pick up his hammer and start walking.
Cool. So yeah, as you start to walk downstairs, you see Raj and Gears. Raj is like holding Gears like on his shoulder, and she's kind of like flopped over, looking exceptionally tired. And she looks at you.
Oh, you're going?
You can nap on the way there if you want.
Yeah, alright. That sounds...
Well, are you feeling okay to come with us?
I think I'll be okay. You do want our help, right? I mean, if not, we're probably gonna head off to Balaki after this.
If you're willing to provide it, then by all means.
You guys nearly died without us last time, so you're gonna need us probably.
I think we've come to an agreement that should our wonderful host Radvan Zarovich show up again, we are not going to suffer his presence for as long as we can.
Yeah, maybe run next time. Jeez.
We did. It just took a lot of effort because all those folks got in the way.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, maybe this time we'll do like some stealth. You know how to stealth, don't you, boy?
Brimstone looks at Gears and then like...
Nah, I suppose you wouldn't. Jeez, look at you, lot.
I mean, I know how to.
It's
It's just executing such a thing is...
This armor is... It's real rusty, it creaks a lot, it's...
Oh, I don't have an excuse, I just have 2 left feet and I'm clumsy as shit.
Yeah, I can see that, boy. But at least you're handsome. Alright, I guess we're gonna go now. Raj?
Brimstone looks at Zelfine bewildered, like...
Zelfine's just gonna kind of roll her eyes and knock back the rest of her tea, like, whatever, let's go.
Raj, like, does a, like, shrug and goes, she's kind of lost her filter, like, about 50 years ago.
Oh, me too. Wait.
You're 50?
No, I'm not 50. I think at least.
You don't look 50. I mean,
50 is more than 20, right?
50 is more than 20. Yes, my boy.
I am not 50.
Wow. Yeah, I would say you are not. No.
Oh man, we gotta teach this boy some numbers. Jeez.
Don't waste your time.
Wow, okay.
Wow. You're certainly.
Even Zelfine's gonna raise her eyebrow at that one, like, damn.
We have to teach them to read
Someone's
first.
taking a bit of the
I mean,
sass pills
do we
this morning.
know? Like, I can read. Just, like, I can read as much as I need to.
I mean, read.
Do you have any books that you think I would benefit from reading?
Well, you probably don't want to read the Bible I keep on me, so
Oh, I have
for the
this.
time being,
I
no.
have this book on astronomy. If you want to know about more stars,
That does interest me.
you can read it on the way. I'll teach you anything that you can't have trouble reading.
Yeah, this is a good book too.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, stay on task. We have to stay on task.
So you.
Going to fight, hopefully not Strahd again.
Yes. Are you gonna go and grab Davian, or he's
If he
kind
wants
of
to
wanna
come.
Yep. He'll like he's fully dressed now and actually has like some more gear now. And he's like, all right, let's go see if my clothes are still there from before. I only have so many outfits. Yes, let's go.
I can get Riley to make you some new ones.
That'd be great. Yes. She seems
Maybe.
Once she's out of her little loop there, perhaps she will be a better mind and spirit.
Yeah, we had a bit of an incident. Anyways.
He was there.
I was there.
Yeah, I know.
You do have to be careful with Strahd. He does tend to charm people. I suppose I should have brought that up. No, I didn't know he was there. There's no blame on me. Let's go.
Oh,
Turns and leaves.
Well, as we go, Brimstone is going to first ask Damien, how long does that usually last?
About the day.
Ah, well,
She should be fine by the time we get back, assuming we get back.
I mean, if we
We'll-
don't, then
we'll
it's
get
out of our
back.
hands anyway.
All right, on the road again.
On the road
Can we cut
again.
to the hill or what?
The most terrible road trip ever.
Yeah. Unless you have
Worst road
anything
trip.
you wish to talk about, we will cut right to the hill 3 hours
I
later.
will sit there and ungainly walk alongside Raj as he tries to help me learn how to read from this astrology book.
Yeah,
Astronomy book.
astronomy book. And it's very complex and there's a lot of math in it. And roll me an intelligence check.
Sure.
Oh boy.
Just for everybody's clear, this isn't... Brimstone is not Grog. He can read, just not well.
It's like a step above Grodd.
8. So you get the idea that stars are not like projections of light. They are like out there. There are things out in space, but you don't. The second all the math is introduced, and Raj is excitedly talking about all this math. You just have
He
no
goes a little
idea
too
what
fast
any
and
of
my
it
eyes
means.
start crossing.
Your eyes start crossing and it just becomes a blur, and like it's just like blah 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 blah, fire, blah 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 blah, gas, blah blah, and it just goes on, and you don't really retain most of it.
I've got that stars are not... that the sky is not a blanket of light. I mean, I've got that. However, I am lost otherwise.
You can kind of hear Gears like chuckling on just doing her little giggle because she doesn't really chuckle, and you can see that she's like building something as you go. Like she seems to have tools out on and there's like gears and things in Raj's hair where she's kind of working.
Eamon will say, "Don't laugh at him. He's learning."
He's trying his best.
You certainly didn't have such kind words to say to me earlier this morning.
All I said was, "Don't waste your time. You have to learn to read first."
Eamon, I know how to read. Just not well.
He's working on it. Of course, we had to pick the most difficult book that we have in our entire library.
I mean, we're in Barovia. You have to take what you can get.
I mean, it's the
Just
only
kill
book
some
we got on
druids.
us.
So, by the end of
We
the
need to
trip,
do
you've
something
noticed
good.
that Gears has, built what looks like a mouse. But it's got, a weird key on the back of it, and it's made out of metal.
What is that?
Well, it's a toy. It's a clockwork mouse. I was thinking of making a couple of them for the kids.
Oh, cute.
You spin
What does it do?
Well, it moves. Yeah,
She, turns the key, and it starts, scuttling around in her hand.
Oh,
I can make all kinds of stuff like this as long as I've got the materials to do it.
do you know much about that sort of thing?
Well, it's my job. I mean, I mostly work in clocks, but I can do toys too.
Zelfine, unless you weren't curious.
We need to introduce you to Blinksy.
Blinksy, huh?
Do we?
I think they get along well.
Wasn't he making Eamon, were you not there for this?
No, I was there for it.
Zelfine's gonna raise her eyebrow because she wasn't.
You weren't. No.
Oh, Zelfine, he was making dolls of Irina.
Oh, lovely.
Oh. Why was he making dolls of a person? Did they ask
Because
for it?
Ezek asked him. Because Ezek asked him to.
Who's
There's a
Ezek?
bit of politics here that we don't really have to go into yet. We'll tell you on the way to Balaki.
Eamon, that's not politics. That's just creepy.
Zelfine's
Politics is
gonna
creepy.
Zelfine's gonna take out that tin toy of the raven, and does it say Blinksy anywhere?
No, that one doesn't say Blinksy on it. It just seems to be.
We got that from somewhere else.
Yeah, you got that
We got
from
that from-
the junk shop.
Okay, because she wasn't there for that either, so she was just trying to make sure that she didn't have a toy made by this creepy guy just hanging out. in her
Yeah, no,
bag.
that
Does,
seems. It was
does-
established that that McCleary got all of his junk from people on the road.
Does Gears see the little toy?
Yeah, she does. She goes,
Oh wow, look at that. That's some nice craftwork.
She'll kind of offer it to her if she wants to check it out anymore.
She grabs it and carefully, gently moves it in her hands and winds it up, and it starts to sing. And she goes,
Oh, that's real nice. I don't usually add songs into my stuff because I'm not really much of a musician, but this is real good. Where'd you get it?
She's just kind of gonna gesture at Brimstone.
Where'd you get it?
Oh, I got it from it was just a kit shop, just a lot of junk. It was back in that town Valaki that you heard about.
Maybe I'll poke in there when we if we visit. Seeing as it looks like we're not going anywhere fast, so might as well. Here you go. Thanks for letting me look at it.
She'll just nod and put it away.
Eamon will flex his hammer hand. He's really eager to fight something.
cool. Cool.
Chopping at the bit there, little Damon.
It's been too long.
It was just yesterday.
It's been, yeah, I realized after I said it how ridiculous it sounded.
And I think that it has been quite long enough, if I'm perfectly honest.
Anyways.
Yeah,
We're
so
gonna
you start to make your
Stealth?
Yeah, you start to make your way to the hill, and let me add in the people to the map again because I've gotten rid of a few people.
We did kill some of them.
Yeah, I got rid of the dead ones, but I took off Raj and Gears because I wasn't sure where they were going to be. And Riley should be gone because she is sleeping.
Can we start a little closer, like when they actually see us?
Yeah, like, I would say you could probably get to about here-ish before, maybe here, actually. This is like the edge of their vision. Because then it's like a hill down. And as you get about there, without stealthing, they haven't seen you. But you see a handful of needle blights kind of like making rounds around this big circular rock.
Shit, we should have taken the staff with us.
And you see 2 berserkers kind of guarding the entrance into this area here. And beyond that, you see some druids. Roll me perception for anything else.
Can I sanguine scent?
Yeah.
So it's an aura of, I mean, it's only like 60 feet around me, but I've got it for the next 10 minutes if I do.
Yep.
Perception. Oh
yeah.
Natural 20
Yo.
from the boy.
From the boy.
From the sniff boy. You sniffed something all right.
So yeah,
Someone's
Zelfine,
making pizza.
you see basically just that, but Brimstone, you count exactly 5 druids, 4 berserkers, and 6 needle blights. That's what you know to see up there, and you see along the rocks also that thunder seems to be, or lightning seems to hit the rocks occasionally.
The rocks themselves or an area inside the rocks?
Just the rocks themselves.
Okay.
It seems to be like located around there. And you also like in the distance, just like with a roll that good, I'm gonna say in the distance out at the wall of mist, you see almost clear visions of a town beyond there. Just out of reach.
What kind of a town does it look like?
It looks like an old town. There's a big castle up on a hill.
Okay,
It's
so
just
I can
clearer
see
than it was when you were here last.
I can see 6 little plant things. I can see 4 of those undead berserkers and 5 of those druids inside the circle.
Yeah. 5 druids.
I can't smell anything else around us.
Yeah. And even if you could smell that far, you would, if there's more blights of any kind, you wouldn't be able to smell them.
Yeah.
Because they don't have
So-
blood.
Maybe we can light that thing on fire as a diversion.
Which thing? The giant statue?
Yes, that one.
Doesn't it look like the sort of thing that is supposed to be lit on fire?
I don't think they want their effigy burned. Usually burning an effigy means you don't like someone, and I think that effigy is supposed to be destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Good point. So, it's like open ground between us and these berserkers in front of us, right?
Yeah. It's pretty open. You're just kind of like at the bottom of this hill, sneaking down.
Do we want to try to go around the side, maybe get an attack, a surprise on some of them? Maybe even go around the back to where they were last time?
It's not a bad idea. Maybe we can at least try to kill those needle blights first.
And like,
Because
yeah,
they're pretty weak.
down here you saw the big dead tree. Down this way.
Could go back and get the staff.
Nah,
What's
we're
that?
here now.
Nothing.
Also,
It's not going to help us
I
much.
don't think Eamon knows what it does. Only Riley knows that.
Never mind then.
Right.
What's that?
And I don't even
Do you
know
wanna
if
try-
she actually knows or just knows that it's spooky.
How
think
do
she
we feel
does
about
know, you told her.
circling?
Yeah, I told her,
Yeah.
but technically she should have cast it, or somebody should have cast Identify on it for that information. But regardless, whatever.
Identify.
I don't know what you think about it, Zelfine. You're sneakier than me and Eamon, but how do you feel about going around the outside, getting around the back of them, closer to that tree?
I'm down for whatever can help us keep the element of surprise.
We're going to sneak by these needle blights or take them out as we go, but I think it's the best bet.
I suggest we kill them. Less people we have to fight later.
Mm-hmm. Would that alert the druids?
Well, not if we kill them before they can alert them. Probably.
Let's assume they aren't connected magically somehow. I don't know how magic works.
Anyone here know how magic works? Anyone here know how druidic magic
Shit,
works?
none of us know how magic works.
Lol.
Why?
Roll me Arcana, everybody.
I actually do know how magic works. Wait a second. I'm a paladin.
You're
I
a
do
paladin.
magic.
You're a paladin. You should
17! Holy shit!
Can I do
Look at you.
Can I do religion because these are druids?
I guess. Oh, sorry, what was the question? First of all.
If the
Would killing the
blights-
blights alert
the blights-
the druids at
Yeah.
all?
Yeah. You think that probably not? As far as you're concerned, the blights don't have like a connection. But if they see you kill them, then, you know, they'll come for you.
Okay, I think we're okay.
The blights can't speak, right?
No, they were never able to speak.
They can't speak.
We just have to kill them before they do anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, do we go to
Selfie?
our left or right?
I vote we go to our right down here.
Well, if we're looking at the hill, that would be our left, but semantics.
Yeah, that'd be our left.
Semantics.
Or left, whatever.
Whichever.
All right.
We're
Be careful, everyone.
Gears, we're gonna need your help for this one.
All right.
She, like, at this point has slid off of Raj and is on the ground.
Just stay low. Be quiet. Do what you can, I guess.
We'll let Gears and Zelfine lead the way.
But yeah, I'm not separating. I want us to all go as a group.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in order of business, we've got Gears, Zelfine, Raj not too far behind. Everybody else.
And I suppose Damien,
yeah.
Damien, and then Brimstone and Aiden at the very back.
Yeah. And I'll just collect everybody and move. Gonna have everybody roll stealth, and we'll do like group stealth kind of stuff.
I throw disadvantage because of my armor.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry too much about it.
There it was.
Oh, that's I actually rolled pretty
Hey!
good.
And
Wow.
Gears will roll.
I mean, I had to have it go poorly sometime. I got a 3, by the way, for everybody who's listening.
Beautiful.
I got a 16, guys. I did real good.
Beautiful. Where is that?
Even like is uncharacteristically like tippy-toeing.
Dex, okay. Okay, so how many people did we get? Also Davian. Davian should roll as well for stealth. Okay, so 14. So despite
This is the sneakiest.
so even with Brimstone and Raj kind of tripping over their feet as they go, a little
And
bit,
cursing as we do.
and cursing as you do, you still manage to stay fairly unnoticed. And you get about, I'll say about here. I'll put you in a nice little row here.
I'm gonna point at the twig blights. You think you can take those out?
Who are you talking to, specifically?
Gears and Zelfine.
We could try.
I will hand Gears my heavy crossbow if she needs it.
I can't lift that. Have you
I
seen
will-
me? I'm the size of a literal child.
I will hold the heavy crossbow and kind of use myself as like a turret so she can aim it.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Like I'll crouch down and like the crossbow will be on my shoulder.
She just looks at that and goes,
I got a hand crossbow, right? I got one that I can carry.
This one is more powerful.
Yeah, it can also, the recoil on that's gonna send me flying.
Fine. I'll do it then.
Alright.
And then
Hey,
Eamon will take
Eamon?
aim with his crossbow.
Eamon, I just had a terrible thought.
What?
What happens if you miss? Wouldn't it make more sense to, while we can still sneak by them, just keep going?
Well, thoughts?
I mean,
I'd rather not have to fight them later is the thing.
I think it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah, but 6 of 1, we at least have a chance to not fight them later.
Rips has got the math lady face as he tries to figure out if this metaphor makes any sense anymore.
it doesn't.
Nope.
It doesn't.
We just all fire at the same time, and whatever happens, happens.
Alright, if you guys are going to roll, this is going to be a surprise round, but everybody has to roll initiative still.
Oh,
I mean, I've got a light crossbow. I don't know if they're in range for me, but
Yeah, this is, again, we're back at the weird map.
yeah.
I'm sure they're in range.
100 feet. Give or take.
4!
Great.
Hey, initiative is one of the least bad rolls for me to do poorly on.
I feel like I want the Zelfine is the sneaky one. Does she have any input for this? Is she pro attack or anti attack?
I mean, if we attack now, we're in this. Are we ready to be in this?
I think we're ready to be in this.
Okay, now to put everybody in order. Good. There we go. So, all right. Switch to a battle playlist. I will load that up.
My turn isn't going for a while, so actually I'm going to take this opportunity to take a quick bio break. I'll be right back.
Yep. I'm just gonna grab the playlist, drop it in the thing, the chat, for all people involved that are in the chat. Beep. All right. So, there we go. That's the wrong thing I pulled. There we go. It is, in fact, Gears' turn first on this sneak attack.
I just figured let's try to kill them before they can do anything.
Yeah, because it's a surprise, everybody gets advantage.
Cool.
15 versus... Where did I put the Needle Blights page? It's on here somewhere.
Needle blights have notoriously high HP and health.
Oh, definitely. And that hits.
And AC, their AC
That
is
was-
off the charts. They're like zombies.
And that was, I actually rolled off of Raja's sheet instead of Gears by accident, because they both have a thing. Let's try that again. With the actual right stuff. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's good. Boop. 6 piercing damage.
With a sneak attack, or
No, gotta roll that sneak attack.
2d6?
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so with a quick movement of her hand crossbow, the thing just dies. It just like collapses into just a pile. It's gone. And she uses her movement and bonus action to kind of move over here. And get in position for the next one. But it is Davian's turn next, and he too has a crossbow, I believe. If I can find his sheet. Gosh darn it, I have so many
Oh, whoops,
things
I had forgotten to mute myself. I'm back though.
Haha! Sure. Yeah, he's got one. And he... yeah. Forgot to turn that to advantage. Regardless. So 3 damage on this guy. Subtract 3. And now it's Eamon's turn.
Crossbow, because I don't think my javelins can reach.
Yep. Give it a go.
With advantage.
Yep.
That's a 21.
Cool.
That's 5 points of damage.
Yep. And it's looking rough. It's just like tunk tunk. And it's looking sad now. And Zelphine, you see the last needle plate in position.
Okay, is there somewhere where I could move up? Kind of like right where Aemond is, so I can be within proper range? I
Yeah.
need to be within 80 feet.
Yeah, like that, more or less.
Yeah.
Again, we're kind of probably going to fudge this a little bit because this map is so unwieldy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would technically be like in that square where Aemond is, but
Yeah,
it'll
because
however we wanna.
each square is super big.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Abstraction!
Oh.
Yay!
Yay!
Hooray! Alright, and then I'm
I'm
gonna
sure
take
it
a shot.
We would have been much closer in this group.
Yep.
Come on.
And short bow.
Did you have advantage?
Yep.
Oh heck, I forgot to turn it on. Let me just
That's okay.
do it again.
Yep,
Oh, there,
There we
go.
go.
Yep. So roll damage and sneak attack, and you'll probably kill this thing. Yep.
Yeah, 15 total.
And with Zelphine, that just downs that one. And now you're 2 needle blights down. And everybody roll me stealth again and see if anybody's noticed.
Oh, right. Yeah, they
Okay,
haven't
Lord.
noticed this yet.
Please. 7.
Ooh.
All right, I have disadvantage on stealth. I keep forgetting.
Oh. Ooh, I don't like some of these numbers.
Oh dear.
Uh,
Oh.
5, 6. So there's 6 people. And
So we got
1,
just
2.
going. Brimstone got a 7, Davian got a 10, Zelphine got a 23, Gears got a 22, Raj got a 4, and Eamon got a 6.
Yep. So because most people rolled real bad, just percentage-wise, that you start to notice that the berserkers that are guarding the exit have turn their heads at the sound of something hitting the ground, and have started to make their way this way. And I'm gonna add them.
Did we still get the rest of our sneak attack surprise round?
Yes, but if you can get to something by the time that it's done, they have.
Can we duck and cover?
Hmm?
Oh, I guess there's no time to duck and cover.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I don't know if they can see us.
They haven't spotted you, but they know, they've heard the noise. So next round, they're definitely going to be in the initiative. And Raj's turn. Does he have anything that can hit from here? Probably not. Yeah, no, he's gonna get up close to Gears and just kind of hang out there. Because he likes being close to his best friend. And, Brimstone.
He looks back at everybody. He's got this light crossbow in his hand. He's going, go? Yes? No?
I mean, if you can hit something, I'm sure that the 2 needle blights are gone. There's not much else over here.
If we keep running, maybe we can take them from behind and get a tactical advantage.
Okay, but what about these 2 berserkers coming towards us?
Just run faster.
Alright, I guess I'm just gonna use double movement
Yep.
to get up into the group.
Yep. Alright. Berserkers. 20. Druids haven't noticed anything yet, but the berserkers have. So it is if that's what you do, the berserkers are gonna. One of them is gonna start making their way this way, and this one's gonna kind of block the entrance to this area here. And that was the other one too, and then this one over here. These guys are going to do the same. And it's Gears' turn. She's gonna kind of shuffle in front of you, Zelphine, and see if we can actually...
Oh, man, the movement
Yeah.
is so small. This combat's gonna take hours.
It's pretty rough. But I think she can still hit with the hand crossbow. But no longer at advantage because that guy knows that they're there. 14 against Berserker. Yep, that hits. It's 4 damage. But it is very ineffective against someone this strong. So it just kind of like almost bounces off of him and leaves a little ding in his shoulder.
Ah, shit. These guys coming towards us. Be careful.
And Davian's gonna get up in there too and try and
I
shoot at
see him.
And Davian misses, unfortunately.
Well,
And he goes, okay.
get down. Maybe we'll be at a better advantage if he doesn't see us right away here.
And Amond.
If he doesn't see us, is
Well,
that what we're going with?
I mean, he probably knows where you are now, but Davian still kind of like ducks down a little bit behind the hill.
Okay. In that case, Amond will scooch over here. Is that within movement range?
Yeah, I'll say. Again, we're gonna kind of be a little loosey-goosey here because this map is so huge.
And Amond would like to cast. Can he see the other berserker? Berserker that's coming towards them.
You see this one over here, but you don't see this guy over here.
He'd like to cast Hunter's Mark on the closest, on that guy over there.
Cool.
Oh,
So yeah,
100 mark.
now all of Amond's attacks deal an extra 1d6 to that dude.
Yeah. How come you have the Hunter's Mark? Is that like a special thing?
It's a vengeance paladin
Vengeance
thing.
Okay. Because I'm like, that's
I
usually
hunt.
a ranger thing, and I was like, I don't think clerics get that. I mean, not clerics, paladins, but I guess I'm wrong. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
my screen. There we go.
Hunters marked him. Okay. Anything else?
I don't know if I can do anything else. I guess I could shoot him with my crossbow again.
Yeah. See if you go for it.
Okay. I'll shoot and duck away. Shit, that's only an 11.
Yeah.
Does that hit?
Nope.
Okay, then I'll just duck away and stuff.
Cool. Delphine.
Okay, Zelphine's gonna try to shuffle around and let's see. Yeah, we'll just go for it. She's just whoops. See if she can't hit with that short bow. Let me see. Disadvantage. Also an 11.
No, you get that's a 13. You don't have disadvantage.
At I'm not in range though, so don't I get disadvantage on the shot?
Yeah, is she in range?
She was in her outer range.
Yeah.
More or less, yeah. So yeah, doesn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So would a 13 have done it?
No, she's not.
Is it in short range or long range?
If she's within short range, it's a regular attack. If it's within the longer range, it's a disadvantage.
Yeah. And I'm
So
in
is
the
it
longer
short-
range.
Oh, sorry. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
No
I
worries,
didn't
you're a
think
melee
this was
boy.
a
You don't
mid-range.
use range. You don't use ranged weapons normally. You're a melee boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's fine.
That is 60 feet. Raj is kind of just get down behind you guys because he doesn't have too much that can help right now. He does have a light crossbow, which is 80 feet. But he's kind of behind you, so it would be at disadvantage. Nope, that's the wrong button. There we go. We'll try to shoot at this guy.
Oh hey!
Oh man,
Yeah.
he does real well.
Ooh.
Good boy.
Jedi Raj today.
Yep, but it only
Just
does 2
2
damage
points of
because he's
damage.
not very. This isn't his forte. He's got it though. He goes, did I get it? Oh, and he just.
Yeah, you got it, bud. Let's go.
Brimstone. Your turn.
I'm gonna move up. Can I move up like in front of Zelfing here?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna use a light crossbow as well.
Cool.
It's a disadvantage because it's within the longer range, but natural 1.
Great.
Oh.
Are you sure that's a disadvantage? It is 80 feet. Or-
Yeah.
Nah, I'm within 100. I'm 125 feet away from
Mhm.
that guy.
This is
Okay.
again.
I hate this map.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Hey, the fact that we can attack them all from this distance is wildly an advantage over what I normally do.
That is true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it goes wide and like slams into the rocks, and
Ah, shit.
that noise kind of startles the
Good.
druids. Yeah.
Love it.
What is that? What is that?
Brimstone is going to quietly hand his light crossbow to Zelf.
I'm
You
not
know?
going to say that alerted the druids to your presence, so they are going to roll into the initiative here. And
I think I have learned my lesson.
They rolled pretty bad though. They are in the middle of a meeting, so they are not quick to run into that. But it is the berserker's turn. 1, 2. This guy is now in range of you and shouts, "We got the intruders down here! They hit me with the... Ow! What is... Ah! I will crush them!" And then this guy is coming this way, and I'm gonna
crush you first.
I'm gonna roll the needle blights into this too because they have caught the attention of them. And they are pretty good, pretty darn good. Needle blights are there, so they're gonna start making their way this way too. Boop. Boop. And doop. And Gears. Gears is gonna try and get them with her hand crossed. I find her sheet again. There it is. And boop.
Oh, hey.
14, yeah, that'll hit. 9.
Wow.
Just
Good job, Gears.
pretty decently.
Take that, you miserable son of a.
And then she feels like Raj put a hand on her head and goes, now, no cussing.
It's fine, it's fine.
Oh fuck, is that a rule?
He like looks at you and goes, "I would appreciate it."
Okay. She still looks sheepish considering he just screwed up real bad with the light crossbow.
And Davian attacks now. And gets him. 4 damage.
This barbarian is just fucking filled with quarrels.
He's just
like
like,
a pincushion.
He's like,
Stop!
God damn it!
It hurts!
Aemon.
Am I close enough where I can smack him with a hammer?
Eh,
I know this is kind of an abstraction.
Yeah, I'll say if you use your movement, you'd get most of the way there.
Can I smack him then?
You know what? Sure. Why not? Let's go for it. I don't care. Give it a shot.
Stupid map.
It's very big.
22.
Yep, that'll hit.
Hey!
So that's only 7 bludgeoning damage. But I get to roll a d6.
Right, because he's Hunter Smirked.
Yeah, so that's 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You get him right at the side of his, like, arm there, and, you hear something crunch a bit. And he looks a little worse for wear. Not, you don't think he's gonna go down anytime soon, but he's getting there.
I'm sorry, did that hurt? Divine Smite. No, actually, I can't do that. I already attacked. Never mind. That doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way, buddy. Delphine!
Let's see. Blah. Okay. So she's gonna shuffle forward, and let's just say she's in that spot where Brim's at.
Yep.
In
say
that large abstract square.
It's so big.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even the
Fire
regular squares are kind of abstractly large.
Yeah.
You can technically
22.
Wow.
Yeah, you get it. And because
Oh, and
Eamon's up in his
And
face, I'll
because
say
Eamon's
that's
there.
also sneak attack because Eamon's up in there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Love rogues.
So that's 12 total.
Yep. So with
And-
that arrow goes straight into him, and you see like blood spurt out.
Is he dead?
No, but he's bloodied now.
He wasn't bloodied before?
He's bloodied now. He was pretty close to being bloodied before, but now he's very bloodied.
We're still miles ahead of where we were last time.
Yes.
That is true.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Raj is going to try and get him with his short bow. His hand crossbow, I mean. Oh. Now that he's closer in range.
Oh, natural 20!
Natural 20, good boy!
Oh my god, Raj!
He's just like, oops, I think I hit something important.
Boy, my dude.
It looks like.
I'm not used to this kind of, attacking. So, he got him, like, in a vital artery and it starts spurting.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
This guy
You don't know vicious
snarls
mockery,
at you.
Eamon. You can't use that. You don't know vicious mockery, Eamon. You can't use that.
Yep.
Eamon does it anyways.
Druids are starting to make their way this way. Brimstone, it's your turn.
Oh, I don't like that. Alright, can I get up into melee with this boy?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna get her into the melee. I'm gonna take out the Spear of Kavan. Wielding it in my 2 hands. Going to make a reckless attack against this guy. 22.
Yeah, that
yes. 9 damage.
9 damage.
And, yeah, I think that's it. Well, no, I'm not gonna rage yet. We only got the one
Okay.
person.
So you like get him right in like a rib, and it starts spurting more. But he does not look dead yet. He just glares at you, and where is he shooting? He's going to swing at you, Brimstone, with the great axe, and has advantage.
It's advantage because yes.
18.
That will hit me.
Yeah, you take 4 slashing damage. Slashing.
Spectacular.
He is banged up and so he's not doing as much damage as he's normally used to.
That's it?
He rolled real bad on that attack.
I know, but I'm actively mocking him.
Okay. So this
He was going
berserker,
out of his
seeing
way
his
to mock
friend
this
get
man.
all banged up is all like, oh no, I'm gonna go this way, and this guy's gonna go this way. This guy's gonna go this way, actually. As he's gonna go towards the tree. Needle brights.
This worries me.
Ba-doop. 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 Where'd the other needle blight go? I had another one. Where did it go? Oh well. Oh, there it is.
No, there were only 6 because we. Yeah.
Yes, but I couldn't find the 4th one. I found the 4th one.
Cool.
He should be about there. Yeah, they're hanging out together, being buds.
Buddies!
And then, like,
Friendship.
at this point, this berserker looks real bad. Gears rolls her eyes and pulls out her hand crossbow again and goes,
Well, just die already. Jeez.
and hits him and kills him. She just gets him like right between the eyes and he falls backwards.
She hit him right between the eyes.
Yep. And he falls down dead. And I'm just gonna put a big old X on this mofo. No, he's dead.
Cool.
Davian scuttles up a bit. And, like, technically, most of this should be difficult terrain because you're going up a hill, but I'm not going to do that because that's dumb. That is so much hill. Davian's going to try and attack this other berserker coming towards you guys. And get him.
Pretty well, actually.
Not bad, not bad. Aemond, your turn.
Eamon will move. Sorry, wrong thing.
Yeah,
First of all, as my bonus action, I'm going to move my Hunter's Mark onto this dude.
yep.
Eamon will move over as close as he can and then ready in action to attack when the barbarian gets close and say, "Come on, dumbass, you're going to end up like your friend here."
He just yells at you incoherently.
Me, 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 me. I have a better barbarian than you. His name's Brimstone, and he's super cool.
Aww.
Brimstone raises an eyebrow.
Great.
It's tactical, Brimstone.
Is it?
Is it? Cool.
You're a bitch, he's going to say to the other barbarian.
There we go.
Great. I love it. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn. I'm going to ready the action to smack him if he gets close.
Cool. Zelphine.
Sophie's just gonna roll her eyes at the entire thing and him calling the barbarian a bitch. Like, good, glad we have a plan. Glad that this is the plan. And she's gonna move up.
This is a plan.
And yeah, that's fine. We'll go ahead and boop, try to shoot this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nope, that's a nat one.
That one
Oh.
goes way wide. And yeah, no, that one just goes wide. We'll say that.
We see the druids heading towards the tree.
You see, maybe? Roll me perception. Because that's kind of
Okay.
way out of your, kind of far away. No, you don't.
I should have done advantage, but no. Okay.
Either
What
way,
druids?
you don't see it. Alright. That's your turn. Roger's gonna move up here.
The battle playlist theme that came on sounds a little bit like Space Jam.
Oh my god.
Like it's got the same backing track.
How are we doing for time today, by the way?
It is currently 2:26 my time. We have been recording for about 2.5 hours. Yeah, 2 hours and 19 minutes.
So do we want to finish the initiative and then hang up?
Yeah, we'll like pause it here.
Yeah.
Once we get to
Yeah,
basically after Brimstone, we'll stop
Okay.
Yeah.
because this is going on a little long. Because I wasn't expecting to
Oh, we-
actually do this fight today.
Yeah, I thought we'd be talking for a little bit longer.
All right, it's Raj's turn, and they are far away, so disadvantage on crossbow. Nope, he misses. He misses bad.
Doesn't go as well this time.
Yep. And I'll move these druids this way. And these druids this way. Boop, boop. Boop. And Brimstone. This will be the last turn
Alright.
for today.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move up here. And how far am I away from that blight? Well, I mean, I gave my light crossbow to Zelfie and I said I would, so I'm just gonna move more. That's cool.
Yep.
Get there, yeah?
Yep. I'll say that.
Okay,
And
that's the end of my turn.
yep. That's where we'll end it for today. It's
Hooray!
not a clean breaking point, but it's, you know, what we have.
We're in the, we're in the middle of a combat.
It'll be
Woo!
fine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We're fighting things.
thanks
Yeah.
everybody. It's
And
going
then
a
next
lot better.
time, maybe next time Katie will be here and she can blow some people up.
If she is awake.
Yeah.
We'll figure out where
That's a good
Riley is tomorrow. I mean, later. Next week. Sometime. We'll figure out what's
I mean,
going
if
on.
I'm
you wanna
late for a
just-
very
yeah, we'll
important fight.
Yeah, she's very late.
Alright, I'm gonna stop recording now.
Awesome.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. I love you.
Bye.